stand with him? With my partner?
Yes, sir.
What
Any weapons on you?
Huh? What is that?
The charger, man.
The charger? Okay.
Get anything on you?
Stay with him. I'm at my house.
Dude, what you was thinking when Tank did that when he took the knee? What you was thinking when he took the knee?
I can't speak on it.
Can't think on that?
Can't speak on it.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on it.
You have no personal opinion, nothing?
Can't. Especially you.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has gotten himself into trouble again. Just 2 fights after he was released from prison, the World Boxing Association lightweight champion is now involved in an issue with the federal agents because of some events around the time of his last fight. He and comedian-turned-referee Steve Willis have been found guilty of some issues that happened during the fight and were concluded backstage. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is no stranger to controversies, perhaps one of the reasons he wants to retire. As a father of 2 kids, the boxing champion talked about fatherhood and his desire to get rid of his fighting instincts. What we didn't know was that Gervonta Davis had cheating instincts too. Well, that was one of the many facts his fight against Lamont Roach revealed. First, the fight revealed that truly, Gervonta Davis was very beatable. He's nowhere near the invincible beast many in the boxing world used to see him as. In fact, many boxing professionals began to relate Gervonta Davis' experience with Mike Tyson, when the former undisputed world heavyweight champion began to lose fights. The statement has been that when intimidation doesn't work, the intimidator becomes the intimidated.
Intimidating, being the intimidator. And the guy that you are trying to intimidate does not get intimidated. You become the intimidated. He becomes the intimidator. I think a little bit of...
This was Gervonta Davis's reality while he fought Lamont Roach. None of his strategies worked against the Washington fighter. His plans of always starting slow and growing into the match hardly worked out, as Roach was unflinching to all of his attacks. When he had no other option, he tried intervening with his knockout punches, yet Roach was unmoved. In fact, it was a heavy punch from Lamont Roach in the 9th round that almost had Tank wobbling. Eventually, Gervonta Davis brought the fight to a draw, despite Lamont Roach's clear victory, assuming Tank's 9th round misbehavior was punished. Tank had his way, but not with a win this time. But there's a reason why. Referee Steve Willis had begun the count in the 9th round after Tank took a knee. However, Gervonta Davis said some words to him and he suddenly stopped. No one had an idea of what the conversation was really about until recordings were leaked. These leaked recordings have shown Gervonta Davis and Steve Willis guilty of bribery and corruption.
Just want to say to let the people know that this judge is crazy, bro. This judge she locked me up because...
As a result, they've been held in custody and might be charged to court, with a boxing ban and some fines lying in wait for the pair once the case is judged in the court of law. His recent controversies are raising eyebrows as to what exactly Gervonta Davis had become during his time out of the ring. Many fans have claimed his stint in jail tampered with his personality and that the boxing world can do nothing but adapt to the excesses of Tank.
Basically, I bought a property. I did everything in my power to listen to my lawyers.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Davis won a breakout fight almost 2 years ago when he knocked out one of his biggest rivals in their Las Vegas blockbuster. However, he then spent 44 days in prison after violating the terms of a sentence that initially saw him set to avoid being sent to jail. At the start of May, Davis was sentenced over his November 2020 hit-and-run car crash, which injured 4 people, because he accepted a plea deal and pled guilty to 4 traffic offenses. Luckily, he avoided a custodial sentence. Tank was instead ordered to fulfill 90 days of home detention, but was sent to prison not even a month later. He was adjudged to have violated the terms of his home detention and was ordered to serve the rest of his 90-day sentence in jail as a result. It was revealed that he violated the terms by trying to serve the home detention order at the Four Seasons Hotel and a $4 million penthouse rather than trainer Calvin Ford's 1-bedroom home as the judge had agreed. He then served 44 days at a detention center after a judge ruled on June 1st that he violated the terms of his house arrest by moving to a luxury hotel and then a new home. Less than 2 weeks after defeating Garcia, Davis was also sentenced to 3 years probation and 200 hours of community service. Upon being released, Davis spoke out on social media several times to express his anger and frustration about the restrictions placed upon him, preventing him from returning to training at times.
Not that, yeah, and that, stop it, knock it off, cuz. Stop it. Tell him to send that bag, and I'm coming. And I'm.
Just 11 days before his fight with Hector Garcia, the WBA lightweight champion was arrested by the police following the claims. Vanessa Poso eventually dropped the accusations though. Later, she declared on Instagram that Davis had not harmed her or her daughter. Before dating Vanessa Poso, Gervonta Davis dated several women, the mother of his first child, Gervonta Davis, and the first woman he ever dated, Andretta Smothers. After a clip of the boxer publicly assaulting Smothers during a basketball game went viral, they eventually split. Smothers demanded child support during their split since she was unemployed, and the court permitted Davis to see his daughter.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything.
Even before this disturbing footage made its way to the internet, Smothers' relationship with Davis has been volatile, to say the least. The couple's daughter, Gervonta Davis, was born in April 2018, but their family hadn't been the picture of familial love and support. In December 2018, Smothers took Davis's to family court to demand an increase in child support. From the $2,200 a month that she was getting to the $10,000 a month that was more in line with Davis's salary bracket. She also alleged that Davis would often demand sex from her in exchange for child support. This domestic violence incident took place during a charity basketball game.
Why are you retiring?
With trash.
What changed?
What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
As the video above showed, Davis roughly grabbed Smothers by her neck and pulled her out of her chair during a charity basketball game in Miami, Florida, just one night before the Super Bowl. The video also showed Davis, ultimately, pushing Smothers out the door as horrified people looked on. Ultimately, they were both escorted out of the game by the security on site, but Davis denied harming Smothers. Right after the video went viral, Davis took to his Instagram stories to deny harming Smothers. Then, he subsequently deleted all of his posts on his Instagram page. "I never once hit her. Yeah, I was aggressive and told her, come on, that's the mother of my child, I would never hurt her," he said in the story. Davis was subsequently arrested on February 5th, 2020 at approximately 7:15 a.m. PT and charged with simple battery domestic violence stemming from the incident on the tape.
Even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two girls, two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
As a result of an ongoing investigation after being notified through social media and the victim, on Feb 1, 2020, Davis was observed battering his former girlfriend, whom they both have a child together. Davis surrendered himself to the Coral Gables police detectives assigned to the case, said the Coral Gables police. In a statement, additional evidence suggests that Davis continued to brutalize Smothers after he got out of the range of the camera. Davis took Smothers to a back room, then struck her with a closed fist, repeatedly bruising her face and her lip. Smothers gave a statement to the police, cooperated with their investigation, and allowed the police to take photos of her injuries. Davis was also arrested in 2018 for disorderly conduct following a fight outside of a Washington, D.C. bar, and saw 2017 charges for assault dropped after he was accused of punching a friend in Baltimore.
Discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around too.
The boxer remained in custody overnight in Florida, where he was in training. Davis was set to appear before a judge the next morning, where charges and bond recommendations would be formally introduced. His fight was in danger of being called off when Davis was arrested and charged with domestic violence in late December, before the woman who called police put out a statement on social media days later saying Davis did not harm me or our daughter, and that she made an unnecessary call to law enforcement in an intense moment while I was frantic.
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking you. Gotta ask you. Who was in the car?
This is my car. She took my car.
Who is she to you? We'll just be right here.
My child mother.
Oh, okay. All right. Does she have any weapons?
Davis said he was not worried about the fight not happening, saying he just wanted to clear his name. Davis, 28, pleaded not guilty. He allegedly hit the mother of his 1-year-old daughter with a closed hand type slap, according to police, who said she suffered a small abrasion on the inside of her upper lip. In a January 20th court filing, the prosecutor charged that Davis committed battery and did so in the presence of a child under 16 years of age. The woman asked the court to dismiss charges in an affidavit filed Jan 24. "I do not wish to testify in this case," she wrote in the letter where she identified Davis as her boyfriend.
No. All right. Well, just put down your phone for now, sir. What's your name?
15, I go.
Gervonta.
Javon. What?
Gervonta. She tried to take my car, and
The pretrial release conditions were modified by the court on Monday, allowing Davis to have communication with the woman by phone, email, text message, or Zoom regarding child-related matters and therapy. They're also allowed to be together in person with a therapist present. In 2019, Tank Davis was seen dating Ariana Fletcher, who soon rose to fame online. Unfortunately, the pair split up after experiencing ups and downs in their relationship. After splitting with Fletcher, Davis gained media attention for dating Yaya, the ex-girlfriend of his mentor Floyd Mayweather. Yaya was constantly in the news as Mayweather's daughter, which brought Tank Davis with her. Davis and Yaya broke up before he started seeing Vanessa Poso, even though their relationship doesn't have a legal standing.
I don't want her to take
She's
my
trying
car.
to leave?
Yeah, she's trying to. But I got a driver to be able to take her wherever she want to go.
That works. All right. Who else is in the house?
No, for sure.
As of 2024, Tank Davis has 2 children and is currently dating Vanessa Poso, an Instagram influencer, a businesswoman, and the owner of the jewelry brand Rich Girls. The couple share a daughter, Giovanna Thalia, and Vanessa is the mother of Davis's second child. Poso and Davis currently get along well, but in 2020, when Poso accused Davis of attacking her, things were different. Many could claim it's a thing with his Baltimore upbringing, seeing Calvin Ford also has a similar history with the authorities. Calvin Ford and Gervonta Tank. Davis's journey to the top was marked by deep losses, especially the tragic death of Quadir Gurley, a close family friend and a key influence in Davis's life.
That's the mission that I always talk about. See, we are here for a reason. We have to finish the mission. When you see him go through everyday normal things that young men his age go through, it's a lot of African American people or young men that's out there that's going through.
Success born from adversity is like a flame sparked in the darkest night. Small at first, but fueled by struggle, it grows into a force that lights the way for others. Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's coach, in many ways embodies that perfectly. The Baltimore puncher seemed destined to join the countless others in jail or death in his rough childhood in one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in Baltimore. However, boxing saved him. A 7-year-old Davis found ambition in the confines of a gym, which saw him rise to the epitome of the sport of the sweet science. Still, he didn't come out unscathed. While he made it out, his friends and family became tragic statistics. One of those people was Quadir Gurley. He was the friend who introduced Davis to boxing and the late son of Davis's longtime trainer and father figure, Calvin Ford.
Stuff, and they need to have some type of guidance on how to get through it or be able to open up. Even with me coming from my situation and me taking.
For Gervonta Tank Davis, Quadir Gurley was more than just a name in the boxing community. He was a beacon of hope and significant influence without whom the sport might never have gotten its current face of boxing. Gurley, a father of 6, was a promising boxer and a mentor to Davis, who introduced him to boxing at a very young age. Gurley tragically passed away in 2013 at the very young age of 24 after being shot in the North Trenton neighborhood in Trenton, New Jersey, leaving a profound impact on those who knew him. Like Davis, Gurley grew up in the tough neighborhood of Baltimore, faced with the harsh realities of his environment, and it would be the same thing that eventually took his life.
Man, I always tell them, if anybody take a kid that has talent or has some type of sense about himself.
Talented and determined, Gurley showed promise in the ring, but his loss shook the community, especially Ford and Davis, who dedicated many fights in Gurley's memory. Regardless, Ford's late son might not be around anymore, but his legacy continues to inspire many, serving as a tough reminder of the reality of life in Baltimore. Davis, reflecting on Gurley and many others who passed away too soon, said, "Angelo Ward, Ronald Gibbs, and Coach Calvin's son, they're guys who died and were such a major influence on my life." He added, "Actually, many young men I used to look up to are either dead or in jail. Whenever I fight, I feel like their legacy is going into the ring with me. It's a big responsibility, but I'll take that."
But listen to a person, grab him, and cultivate that talent. You know, there's a lot of young men out here that need help from people.
Quadir Gurley played a pivotal role in Gervonta Davis's early boxing journey, but he was not Davis's trainer in the conventional sense. A close friend, Gurley, introduced Davis to boxing when he was just 7 years old. His encouragement helped steer Davis toward a successful career, which has seen Davis rise through the ranks like no other. "When I look back, I think what happened to them kept him straight," Ford said to Baltimore Sun. Although Gurley didn't serve as a traditional trainer, his early support and mentorship were instrumental in shaping Davis's path from a troubled youth to a boxing champion. Gurley's legacy continues to inspire Davis, illustrating the power of friendship and guidance in achieving greatness.
You know, so when me and him, I'm just coming home from prison, and he needed.
The 24-year-old's death came just after the shooter, Isaiah Green, 24, of Trenton, had been released on bail for a separate violent crime. Green had a history of criminal activity, and it would continue after his release as he gunned down Gurley in an incident that shocked the local community. In the aftermath of this horrific incident, the shooter was arrested on November 18, 2013, by the members of the Mercer County Homicide Task Force. Green was charged with murder and multiple weapons offenses, with his bail set at $500,000. This was followed by a lengthy legal battle, which saw Green face 3 separate trials.
My father figured it out. So me trying to keep him straight, I kept myself straight. Y'all get it? I remember when I should take him all over the country. Man,
Green was convicted of unlawful possession of a handgun during his 3rd trial, but the jury deadlocked on the other charges. It included first-degree purposeful murder. Ultimately, Green entered a plea deal on February 27, 2015, pleading guilty to second-degree reckless manslaughter. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison, concurrent with other sentences related to his weapons conviction and an entirely separate, aggravated assault case. Interestingly, Green's criminal history further complicated the case, as he had been involved in violent crimes in the past as well. Just 5 days after killing Gurley, he was charged with drug distribution offenses. However, as part of his plea deal, the drug charges were dropped, and Judge Massey, who presided over the case, ruled that Green's sentence was fair and just.
At DC, they call me Mo. Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin.
The pride of Baltimore and the man behind Gervonta Davis, Calvin Ford, was born on August 30th, 1967 in Baltimore, Maryland. From the get-go, life was hard as he faced significant challenges during his youth, which ultimately led to a 10-year federal prison sentence for drug-related crimes. Despite all the turbulence in his life and background, his passion for boxing remained unwavering and played a crucial role in making him the world-renowned trainer he is today. Come 1998, Ford was released from prison, and right away he dedicated himself to mentoring young individuals, determined to guide them away from the pitfalls that forced him into a prison sentence.
Tell it on me, Calvin ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't even know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Ford today is known mostly for his contributions to Gervonta Davis's career, but he has done a lot more for his community. He co-founded the Upton Boxing Center with Kenny Ellis, creating a nurturing environment for aspiring boxers and helping them prepare for competitions like the USA Boxing and the Junior Olympics. Without him, many of those young individuals could have become another addition to the statistics. Instead, because of Ford's dedication to coaching, those individuals have become successful athletes, revitalizing the sport in Baltimore. All this was possible because of Ford's coaching philosophy: hard work, determination, and relentless pursuit of success.
Now it's Pops. He ain't going nowhere. I got that nigga tatted on me. This shit life. Loyalty over everything.
Interestingly, Ford's life story has also inspired the character Dennis's Cuddy Wise in the acclaimed series The Wire, which illustrates his impact on and off the ring. However, his coaching philosophy is centered around fostering discipline and resilience, offering hope and structure to those in need. His commitment to developing young talent and changing lives remains at the forefront of his coaching career, demonstrating the profound impact one individual can have on their community. When surrounded by adversity, being the beacon of hope is not everyone's cup of tea. However, for Calvin Ford, it's just another day at the office. This is despite the tragic loss of his son in 2013. The boxing community, including Gervonta Davis, continues to draw inspiration from the champion that could have been. And that's all for now. For the very best updates, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.